everyone, welcome to a brand new edition of Hue Spotlight, and it's always fun to meet someone new, but maybe he's not as new as we think. But I want to welcome Fuller Hall. It's great to have you on the show, and it's really about discovering new music and people that are just, coming onto the scene and doing what they love. And you are, I guess, a new discovery for Hue anyways.
Yeah, jury's out. We'll see.
So Fuller, let's talk about music. How did you get into it? And I guess some of your inspirations for your music.
Sure. Like many musicians, have always done this. Often it was in the comfort of my own bedroom with an audience of no one. In my 20s, we did play around the city in a grunge band, a kind of very different sense that I have today. And then I took a short 20-year break. And then I started again. It was in 2019, and I decided that I had some time, and I had some money, and I had some inspiration. And I saw a couple of local artists play, and I was just inspired of the work they were doing. And I said, well, let me give it a shot.
And can I ask who those artists were?
Yeah, sure. We saw William Prince at the West End Cultural Center back in, I think, February 2019. And it was just a really inspiring show. And I used to listen to him when he was on the radio, and he sort of disappeared for a while. And then he developed this new career of his. And I said, wow, man, that sounds exciting. So I figured I'd give it a shot. A second chance, if you will.
Yes, yeah. So it's all about that, but changing your whole genre and changing, I guess, your sound too as well. Was that hard, easy?
No, not hard, but definitely deliberate. I grew up around country music. My the country music station was always on when my dad was building houses, and I was cleaning up, odds and ends of wood cuttings, and it was always there. And when we got together as a family, we always sang those old classics, and that was something that always happened, whether it was a Boxing Day party or a Thanksgiving Day weekend. We just kind of got together with family, and we all brought our instruments out and we played, and it was always a classic. So when it came down to thinking about what I want to do and what was meaningful to me, I kind of went back to country folk roots.
Wow. Songwriting now, I mean, obviously you do have a life of experiences that you can write about. What in particular do you like to write about?
It is the benefit of getting older, right? You learn the mistakes hard as they come. I like to write about real things for real people, usually about the people I know or don't know, but I kind of know of. I try to locate the geography of the song around our farm. I think that there is I was born in the city, and I moved to the country as an adult, and there was a lot of hard lessons and things I didn't know, and a lot of them are just wonderful stories to tell, sad stories to tell. They're just something that came out that way. So most of my songs are about things that did happen or were about to happen, and I was able to avert the mistake.
And it's interesting because in maybe not most cases, in a lot of cases, it's moving from the farm in the small town to the big city. But you did reverse. What did you learn about yourself?
I've got a lot more stamina than I thought. The chores are never ending. The work is always there. I found that so we lived in big cities, we lived in small towns, we lived in rich neighborhoods, we lived in poor neighborhoods, and living on a farm it brings it all together in different ways. And there's a sense of being able to take care of yourself, and you quickly realize that you can't. You got to be really good. Your gardening has to be great. Your animal husbandry has to be great. The way you manage your crops and your fields have to be spot on. And that is something I did not grow into. So it's been a hard lesson. And frankly, my wife and I joke that we're failing every year, right?
So obviously music is an outlet though for you, a release.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those things that, and the timing, when I started in 2019, I was hitting a milestone birthday, and I really wanted to do something for me. But at the same time, everything else was just out of control. And one of the things that I found I can do is I can write the song, I can develop the melody, I can choose the chord structure, I can find the sound I'm looking for, and I have pretty much control over that. And if I don't have control over anything else, at least I've got the song that I do my best to manage. So it is definitely a solace and a release of some sort, and it gives me a little bit of autonomy when you feel that everything is just swirling around you, you know?
Well, that's really, I've never really heard of anybody using music as a remedy or as a great medicine for everything else.
Well, it is medicine in so many ways. And in that particular way, it was a medicine. Like, I love listening to it, I love hearing it, I love the way that artists can control their voice and do other things, and that's wonderful for me. But when it's my own stuff, it's never good enough, first of all, but also it's all mine. And that itself is really empowering, you know?
It certainly is. So now, performing a little bit, are you going to be touring? Are you going to become the big country star or folk star? Or?
I don't think I got stardom in my future. But so the timing, again, when I started, when we released the first album, March, it came out in 2021. And once things started opening up the year afterwards, you had a lot of full-time musicians who were really hard done by the lockdown. So, you know, I played shows that I could play, and it was often around my town, and they were local farmers markets or fairs and that kind of thing. And I really didn't, I tried, but I didn't push it because I knew there were a lot of people who were just, they were
struggling,
and they were there, and they needed to get those shows again, and I probably need some time to practice anyway. And so I always have this a business principle, I guess, of always doing a little bit more every year. I'm not taking anything by storm. I'm going to do it in a way that makes sense for me and the shows I want to do, and for the audience that wants to be there. And so I have toured a little bit into Saskatchewan. I mostly do rural Manitoba shows. I come to the city of Winnipeg maybe twice a year, 3 times a year.
Wow.
But I try to kind of go out to the people who might have lived one of the stories that I've told.
Most certainly, and I'm sure they truly appreciate you. And it's interesting when you talk about making space, and sometimes we really forget about that, right? When you're driven and you got to do this, and I got to be number one, and I need that big hit, and we kind of forget about everybody else. And I think having that awareness alone in itself will bring you success.
Yeah, I mean, for me, success is baby steps. And, you know, my last release was on the Canadian independent country chart, you know, and
Cool.
it was on for about 18 weeks, and that was nice. And it was really the first time I charted, I guess that's the term. My album was popular for a while in Prince George, so really niche sort of places, and places I certainly want to go and visit one day and bring my songs there. But if I can just do a little bit more, you know, one more email a day, or one more submission, or one more show, one more email to a fan who likes what I do, then that's really all I can do. And it just, I really believe it just sort of escalates that way, you know, slow and steady.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Being connected, and there's nothing more important than being connected with the people that appreciate you, your fans.
Right? It certainly makes the evening a lot better if people want you there.
Yes. Oh, it definitely does.
For sure.
So you're going to play a song for us, so I'm going to let you intro the song.
Yeah. So it's actually my newest release. It was released on April 4th. So not that long ago. It's called Where I Want to Be. And it is really a song about, you know, as you age in life and as you have more and more responsibilities, you kind of want to do everything at once. And you realize really quickly that you can't be everywhere. And so during the day, if you're at your day job and your kids are going to school and you can't be there at the end of the day, it's kind of, that's where I want to be. I'll get there, but it might not be the right time. So this song is sort of an ode to all of the things that I want to do at the same time but can't, and I'm just trying to cram it into the short life we have.
Oh, well, we appreciate you here, Fuller. For you folks out there, any more information or want to hear Fuller's new song, stick around, but also you can go to his website, and it's fullerhall.ca.
Sure as snow, I'll drive home. Right as rain, but I'm gone too long. Wildest flowers in the spring, dry as dust that covers me. I'm never where I wanna be. But I can be your golden boy. I can be your broken toy. I can be just what you need. I can be the one to bleed. I'm never where I wanna be. I know I've been gone too long, and I know that I done you wrong. I'm still singing that same old song, but I'm all alone. Just like that blazing prairie sun and falling leaves when autumn comes. They'll bleach and cover up the bones, turning hearts into stone cold sleep. I'm never where I wanna be. But I can be your daddy dear. I can be the one to steer you clear. I can be your last best friend. I can be there till the end. You see, I'm never where I wanna be. I know I've been gone too long, and I know that I done you wrong. I'm still singing that same old song, but I'm all alone. Yeah, I'm still all alone.